వెరీ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. అందరూ మ్యూట్ లో ఉండండి.
మీరేనా సార్ క్లాస్?
అవునండి, నా పేరు నాగరాజు.
హలో
హలో, అవునండి, వినిపిస్తుందా? హలో సార్, వినిపిస్తుందా?
సార్
వినిపిస్తుంది. వినిపిస్తుంది సార్, వినిపిస్తుంది. కంటిన్యూ చేయండి.
ఓకే ఓకే, ఒక్క నిమిషం, నేను సార్తో మాట్లాడుతున్నా, కొంచెం సైలెంట్ లో ఉండండి.
రీనేమ్ చేయాలి సార్.
నాదా?
ఓకే సార్.
రాజు రాజు అని ఉంది చూడండి. ఓకేనా సార్, స్టార్ట్ చేయమంటారా? హలో సార్, శ్రవణ్ సార్.
ఎస్ సార్, స్టార్ట్ చేయండి.
Good morning, welcome to all the participants. You kindly mute all of you. My heartfelt thanks to Dr. Honorable VC sir and Registrar sir, Department of Library and Information Science, Dr. B.R. Evayu, and many thanks to Dr. Raja and Kiran and Shravan sir. Thanks to this opportunity. As per the schedule today, we are going to discussing BLIC second semester, Electronic Resources in Social Science and Humanities. I think previous sessions, Unit 4, Unit 5, Unit 6 are completed. Now today's session is Unit 7, that is Reports, Newspapers and Standards. So under Unit 7, we are going to discuss about reports, newspapers and standards. We are all aware that all the libraries and library information centers are maintaining various records, and these records are categorized into three forms. They are primary documents, secondary documents and tertiary documents. Under the primary documents, we have scientific journal articles, theses and dissertations, technical reports, patents, standards, and internet communications through email or blogs or listservs. These are the primary documents which are available in our libraries and library information centers. ఏ పేరు సార్? హలో, జస్ట్ నేమ్ పెట్టమంటారా? ఓకేనా సార్? Okay, these are the primary documents, and the secondary documents includes magazines and biographies, and the tertiary documents includes compilations which are dictionaries and encyclopedias. So these are the technical documents which are available in our libraries. So according to our syllabus, reports are in many situations. So for example, in a research center, they have research reports. In hospitals, they have medical reports. In police departments, they have their investigation reports. All these are called reports. So reports are the official documents of the particular field. So these are the examples. So reports are provides the description of an event or any situation after entire detailed and thorough study. After completion of all the studies, the officials are prepared a document. That document is called report. So report is an official document on a particular subject or in a particular field or in a particular department. And this is also a spoken or written description of an event or any situation. Most precisely, a technical report describes the complete process of the document preparation and progress of the work or results of technical or scientific research problem. Please kindly mute, sir. All of you, please kindly mute. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Please mute, sir. Please mute. Please mute yourself, sir. Somebody is talking.
ఇవాళ ఉండదమ్మా, ఇవాళ ఉండదు.
Okay. So these are the definitions of the reports, and important reports in social sciences are, so we are discussing about social sciences, and these are the important reports: World Social Science Report and World Development Reports, UNDP Human Development Reports, National Portal of India, Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India. So these are the providers of the social sciences reports. So you may see this is social science report. So this is the original document of the first page. So this is 2013 World Social Science Report, and this is World Social Science Report 2024. So various organizations produces various reports, so such as government reports, business reports, academic reports, research and societies reports. Some reports are company annual reports. These are the individual company reports and their organizational financial reports, and some of the audit reports of the particular organization. So you may see World Social Science Report, first page. So all the reports contains, so the report prescribedly contains factual data of the work and reliable data useful for academic and research purpose. Mostly report provides first hand information before it is published anywhere. So this is World Social Science Report. UNESCO produced this social science report worldwide in the year 1999. World Social Science Report in the year 2010 which titled as Knowledge Divides. And in the year 2013, the World Social Science Report titled with Changing Global Environments. In the year 2016, it is titled with Challenging Inequalities. And this is the document World Social Report 2024 calls for global cooperation to promote a human rights. This is World Development Report, the name titled with the Middle Income Trap in the year 2024. World Development Report is published by World Bank. So this is the World Bank which publishes the World Development Reports. Every year the World Bank publishes World Development Reports on a topic central important to global development. So in the year 2019, World Development Report titled as The Changing Nature of Work. And in the year 2018, it is titled with Learning to Realize Education Promise. And in the year 2017, World Development Report is titled with Governance and the Law. In the year 2016, the document is titled with Digital Dividends. And in the year 2015, the World Development Report is titled with Mind, Society and Behaviorship. This is the document which is published in the year 2024. It is named as the Middle Income Trap. So, World Development Report is published by World Bank. Okay. So, this is the next example. UNDP Human Development Report. UNDP means United Nations Development Program. This is a global program and which is working from 1990s. Some of the recent reports mentioned as in the year 2019, it is titled with Focusing on Inequality. And in the year 2018, Planning the Opportunities for a Youthful Population. And this is the 23 and 24 document titled with Breaking the Gridlock. So these are the important nationwide, international wide reports. And this is National Portal of India, which gives reports of the government of India. So this is the website www.india.gov.in, which gives reports. All the documents, official documents published by the government of India are available in this National Portal of India. One more is there. This is Niti Aayog, National Institute for Transforming India. So the website for this Niti Aayog is www.niti.gov.in. So this is the official website of this reports. All the research reports, technical reports, project reports of Indian published documents are available in both these portals. So you have to write during the examination, you have to write what is the report, precisely definition of the report and types of the reports and various examples of the reports. So these are the reports: World Social Science Report and World Development Report, and UNDP Human Development Reports. Indian sources. Indian sources are National Portal of India and this one Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India. So these are the examples for reports. Next one, newspapers. So we are all aware about the newspapers. Newspapers are cheapest, so that means low cost compare with the magazines and the journals. Effective and efficient way to communicate the general public. So all the general public uh, will get the information by these newspapers. So there is a proverb is there, today's newspaper is tomorrow's waste paper. So but regarding library and information science professionals, we have to aware and we have to preserve all the documents which are helpful to the public and helpful to our users. So newspapers publishes current events, general newsworthy information, that is important, general important news information, and various subject disciplines. So it may gives special special subjects like finance uh, and language disciplines, and covers day-to-day affairs of local, national, and international also. These are the some newspaper aggregators. Aggregator means they collect the news and from all over the areas, and they give information to the users. So some of the examples are Paperboy and Feedy, News 360, and one more, Google News. Mostly newspapers have editorial written by the editor expressing opinions. So for example, editors have some opinion on some issues, they will publish their article or their news on the daily newspapers. Some target audience may differ according to geographical areas. So based on geographies, newspapers are available, some state wise, a few states, and country wise or international also. So for example, in Telangana we have Nalgonda, Hyderabad, and local editions also available. So these are the newspaper based services in our library and information science departments. We have some services, we have given some services to the our users. They are newspaper clipping service and online newspaper portal, and we may give news headlines. We also provide newspaperarchive.com, Google newspaper archives. So these are the examples of newspaper based services. We may see it. This is the newspaper based services, newspaper clipping service. So for example, Central Library, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi is providing newspaper clipping service. So we may see here date wise, collection, they are collected and this is available in their website. So like this, we also collect the important news to our users or our students. So we also having newspaper clipping service in our libraries. And next one, so this is August 15, 1947, Andhra Patrika newspaper. This paper was founded by Kashinadri Nageshwar Rao in the year 1908. So this is the example of newspaper clipping. So one more, this is online newspaper portal. The website for online newspaper portal is www.indianpress.org. So all the online newspaper, top 10 Indian newspapers visited from our site. These are the top 10 only. You may visit this website. They provides all the newspaper in their portal. Next one, news headlines. Precisely news headlines. For example, some of the users may ask, they want only short information. They want to search in their titles only, based on the titles, based on the headlines only. If they interest, they will search, otherwise they will leave. So this is the service, news headline service. For example, for this news headline service is providing by theory.org library services. So this is the newspaper based service, and one more is newspaperarchive.com. So this is the newspaperarchive.com. It gives newspaper covered in the 116,149 publications and over 3,464 cities from all over the world. So we can browse by location or we can browse by publication also in the newspaperarchive.com. This is one more example for newspaper portal. So this is another newspaper based services, Google Newspaper Archive. This is also known as Google News. And you may see page number 85 in your textbook. There is a office called Register of Newspapers for India, most popularly known as RNI, Register for Newspapers for India, RNI, which gives permission to the registration of newspaper publishers. And as of now, the total number of registered publications in 31st/3/2023, it is 1,48,363 publishers have registered in RNA throughout our country. So these include 20,821 newspapers category and 1,25,767 periodicals category. The number of newspaper publications registered in India is highest English 19,929. Second highest English, and the first highest is Hindi. It is with 56,052. So these are the some statistics which are available in your textbook, page number 85. And these are standards. So we have covered reports and newspapers, and these are the standards. Standard is a level of quality. So for example, for any item we need some quality, so that is level of quality. What level it is, we must ensure. So according to our use, so the standards are developed by mostly experts in their respective fields from all over the world. So for example, if you will take a medicine, that has to be certain level of standards, a certain level of quality, otherwise it may not work. Standard measures and standardization is necessary to maintain several products, process and services uniformly, consistently, and sustain their quality and safety. Always they should have certain measures and certain level of qualities for our purpose. So there is a standard definition from Oxford Dictionary for standard, a required or agreed level of quality or achievement. This is the standard definition of from Oxford Dictionary. And the other business dictionary is defined as universally or widely accepted. So that means mostly accepted level of quality is agreed upon or established means of determining what something should be. So how that standard is maintained should be accepted from the worldwide. So these are the standard definitions for standards. So various types of standards are there. There are proprietary standards. Proprietary standards means the standards usually developed by individual experts from the own experts, and that standards are specifications for that particular company only. And de facto standards, second one is de facto standards. So de facto standards are mostly accepted by all of the people. So say for example, windows software is there, it is accepted by, it is actually it is designed by their experts only. So that means proprietary standards only, but it is accepted by the many people. For that it is accepted, and it is comes into de facto standards. Whenever more people accepted, that comes into de facto standards. And the third one is de jure standards. De jure means legal standards. So especially legal standards are enforced for the uh, protect. For example, ANSI. ANSI means American National Standards Institute. Is the example for de jure standards. And the next one, voluntary standards. These are the standards published for people to adapt for free. So voluntary means free of service. These standards are adapted for free use. And the next one is institutional standards. So these are the standards that have for own internal standards. So say for example, in universities and in higher education institutions, they have NAC. NAC means National Assessment and Accreditation Council. So they given certain standards, certain level of standards, and uh, for them, the every institution, the every higher education institution or university has to follow that standards, so that they will get some grades, A grade, B grade, like that. So these are the institutional standards. Yes, and the other one is conscientious standards. So conscientious standards developed after thorough discussion and understanding of the all the concerned and interested parties. So after completion of the thorough discussion, so they framed some standards, and they are called as conscientious standards. And the other one is occupational safety and health administration standards. So these standards originated and combining pre-existing laws. So these are defined pre-existing laws. Based on them, they prepared occupational safety and health administrative standards, precisely called as OSHA standards. And the other one is customer service standards. So these are developed by international customer service institutes. So these are for customer safety. And open standards. An open standard is publicly available for various purposes. So for example, XML. XML markup language is a open standard language. And the other one is technical standards. Technical standard is developed by private organizations, particularly for their use. So in technical standards, there are some specifications are there. In technical standards, there are some specifications are there. So these specifications includes standard test. The test describes step by step defined process and procedure for setting a standard, technical standard. And other one is standard practice and standard procedure, a set of instructions to perform the operations is called standard procedure or standard practice. And the other one is standard guide. So various general information or point wise guide provided for technical standards. And the standard definition formally established for define different terminology. So various terminology used in the standard definition. And the other one is standard units. Standard units are accepted measurements for physical quantities. Say for example 500 kg, it is a standard measurement. So like that. And the other one is standard interface. Standard interface is or interconnect with the each other. And safety standards. Safety standards ensure that a product is safe for humans, animals, and environment. These are the safety standards are used in medicines or industrial purpose. And other one is ISTE standards, formerly named as National Education Technology Standards. These are the educational related standards. Next. So various organizations are there for developing or for setting different type of standards for the use of our safety. Standards and specifications set by the government. Sometimes government also set some standards, and sometimes any other statutory agency or proprietary standards developed by other organizations or other firms or other industries, and they are make available in their website or for the public purpose. So various standards set by different organizations, government and private organizations also involved in setting the standards. So these are the examples. They are ISO, International Standard Organization, ISO, International Standard Organization, and BSI, that is British Standard Institution. I repeat, BSI, British Standard Institution, and ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, ANSI, and BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. This is our Indian corporation which set standards for the Indian purpose. BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. And the other one is NISO, the National Information Standard Organization, NISO. So these are the organizations to set up various standards. So these are various certification marks. These are various certification marks. So these marks reflects the standards. If any product has the mark, so this mark, that product is certified by that standard only. So various marks are there for various purposes. Various marks are for various purposes. So for example, AGMARK. AGMARK is specially meant for agriculture products. AGMARK is specially meant for agriculture products. And the other one, BIS hallmark, the name it as BIS hallmark. This hallmark, BIS hallmark, is meant for purity of gold. Say for example, this hallmark, BIS hallmark symbol is appeared in gold ornament. That ornament is standardized according to the BIS hallmark, BIS organization. So without BIS hallmark, that ornament is not maintaining that much of quality. So this is the example for purity. We can see, we can check this BIS hallmark for the purity of the gold. And the other one is eco mark. So this eco mark is for various products by BIS. So this eco mark is so various products from BIS, and this mark is printed. And the other one is geographical indications. So various geographical indications are mentioned by GI mark and India organic mark. So this mark is we can appeared. This mark is appeared at organic farmed food products. So India organic mark is for organic farmed food products, and the ISI mark. This is well-known mark. This is for industrial products. So where all industrial products should be marked with the ISI mark for maintaining that much standards. And the non-polluting vehicle mark. This is for motor vehicles. Non-polluting vehicle mark for motor vehicles. And the other one is toxicity mark. So this is the level of toxicity of pesticides. So we may observe that some chemical pesticides used for crops are used for agriculture purpose. They have one symbol, that is toxicity mark. I will show the symbols also. And the next one is vegetarian mark. This mark is applicable for vegetable food products only. So we can see these are the marks. So this is UG mark, and this is the BIS hallmark. This is the eco mark, and the other one is FPO mark, and this is geographical indication tag. This is India organic mark, and the other one is, this is a ISI mark, and this is pollution mark. This is toxic mark. This is vegetable and non-vegetable mark. So these are the marks, so which are defined for specific standards. If this mark is available on that product, and that product, compulsorily that product maintain that much of standards, specific mentioned standards. Okay, up to this we have completed. Up to this we have completed newspapers, reports, and various standards and specification according to your syllabus, that is covered under unit 7. Is there any questions up to this?
No, sir.
Yes, madam. Chapman. Up to this, if any questions, please ask me, and we will move to next unit, that is in block 3, metrics and citation. Is it visible, madam?
Yes, sir.
It is a block 3 metrics and citations. Okay. So, one second. So this is unit number 8, which includes bibliometrics and altmetrics. So libraries and information centers are primarily concerned with acquisition and maintenance of information resources in both print and electronic forms. So as a library for professionals, we are acquiring various types of information resources. Earlier we already discussed, they are primary documents, secondary documents, and tertiary documents. So with all of them, and we have to acquire various electronic forms also. So it is to need to collect data and maintain statistics for taking appropriate decisions in library management. So we are all acquiring various types of documents or various types of electronic forms, and we need to ensure that what are the specific uh, use for that document, and what is the benefit to collect that document. We need to have some statistics. We need to have uh, some statistics. Otherwise, we could not understand so which document is useful for our users. So that is typical. And the qualitative analysis helps. So the statistics of that report helps librarians in many ways. So these are the uses for the maintaining of statistics and analysis of the statistics. So to take appropriate decisions in the selection process, to purchase the document, or to subscribe the electronic form. And this is another help for maintaining statistics is collection in the library up to date. We may clearly maintain our library with up to date, and to inform the faculty and researchers for their research. So for example, any latest documents may come to our library. We may inform to the researchers and for the students also, and faculty for their purpose, and to create user-centric services in the library. With the statistics, we can create user-centric services in the library. So these are the, and coming to our topic, bibliometrics. So bibliometrics is a set of methods used to study or measure texts and information. So these are the set of methods, various set of methods used to study the text and the information is available in our library. So various methods are there in bibliometrics. So bibliometrics also used mathematical and statistical methods to analyze and measure the output of publications. So under bibliographies, various tools and methods are there. So I will explain. So they are useful to measure and to give output of various publications. Over the period of time, due to significant usage of e-resources, different types of metrics have been evolving in addition to bibliometrics. So these methods are syndometrics, informametrics, cybermetrics, and webometrics, and altmetrics. So these are the other areas or sub areas included in bibliometrics. Various types of metrics are there for our purpose. So very different purpose, different metrics is useful. So we have to understand that one. So the term biblio plus matrix gives bibliometrics. It is originally originated from Greek and Latin words. Biblio means biblion, which means book or paper. In your examinations, you have to write clear definition of bibliometrics like this. The term biblio plus bibliometrics is gives to bibliometrics, and it is originated from Greek language. And biblio means biblion, which means book or paper, and the metrics means metricos. The word originated from metricus or metricos, which means signs or to measure. So biblio means book or paper, and metrics means to measure or meter. So these comes as bibliometrics. So the term bibliometry was first coined by the Belgian librarian Paul Outlet in the year 1934 in his book Trait de Documentation. So Trait de Documentation is a book written by Belgian librarian Paul Outlet in the year 1934. In that book, he given the term bibliometry, and the term bibliometric in English language was first used by Alan Pritchard in the year 1969. So these scientist names are highly important, are very important for our competitive purpose also. In our set or net examinations also it is highly useful. And these years 1934 and 1969, Paul Arlett and Alan Pritchard. So these are the names which also comes in our objective type questions also. Multiple choice questions, objective types questions. So also included in your examination purpose. Next. So these are the standard definitions for geometrics. According to British Standard Institution, the study of use of documents and pattern of publication in which mathematical and statistical methods have been applied. This is the definition given by British Standard Institution. And the other one, Lancaster, given the application of various statistical analyses to study patterns of authorship, publication, and literature use. This is the standard definition given by Lancaster. And the other one is bibliometrics provide information about the structure of knowledge and how it is communicated, is the definition given by Nicholas and Ritchie. So you have to understand these are the definitions, standard definitions they have given by various authors. So you have to write in the examination like these only. We cannot change in the definitions. We cannot change anything in standard definitions. Whatever the definition is there, that should be right in the examination. And so these are the applications of bibliometrics. So various applications are there. So bibliometrics are useful to identify research trends and growth of knowledge, how knowledge is growing and how research work is growing, what are the trends in research, we will understand with the help of bibliometric tools. And the other one is to identify authorship and its trends in documents on various subjects. So for example, one author writes uh, 10 articles, it has to be reflected in his name. So that is authorship trends. So what is the present trend about that author and in his area of subject, also understand with the help of bibliometric tool. And the other one is to predict productivity of publishers and individual authors and various organizations and various countries. So we can predict the productivity of the publishers, authors, and various organizations from different countries. Also, we may understand with the help of bibliometry tools and to identify users and different subjects. So we also identify various subjects and different users in the different fields and to study obsolescence and dispersion. Obsolescence means world one. So of scientific literature, we can understand with the help of bibliometric tools. So the study of world one and dispersion of scientific literature also. So these are the applications of the bibliometric tools. So various laws are there in bibliometrics. They are the one Lodka's law and the other one is Bradford's law and the third one is Gibbs law. These three laws are very important for your examination purpose. So this is the long question given in your exams. So define bibliometrics, explain briefly the class of bibliometrics. So you have to mention or you have to write the standard definition of the bibliometrics and what is the bibliometrics and these three laws. So this is the first law, which is Lodka's law. The Lodka's law is defined and the Lodka's law is given by Alfred J. Lotka in the year 1926. Earlier I said Alan Pritchard and the names. So you have to remember their names and the year of the that year of the law. So year of the importance. So Lotka's law is defined by Alfred J. Lotka in the year 1926. The importance of the Lotka's law is the frequency distribution of scientific productivity or author's productivity. So what is the productivity related to authors is definitely their publications. Scientific productivity means the productivity comes from the scientific field or scientific authors. So we we measure what is the productivity of the author in a scientific manner and how it is distributed among the system. So we can measure what is the productivity of the author and distributed among the system. So the measuring the productivity of an author based on the number of published articles. So this is the very important point. The Lodka's law is explained about author productivity, which related to the number of published articles. So this is the formula for Lodka's law is xn into y is equals to c. So in this, the x is each producing publications and the y is total number of authors given in the subject. Say In your textbook, in page number 101, explained with an example. So the number of publications in one row, in one column, and the percentage of authors in one column. So we can measure with the number of publications and with the number of authors produced or published. And the Lotka is proposed an inverse square law relating to scientific papers to the number of authors made by each other. Okay. So you have to remember this formula, and where X is for number of publications, you have to write, and Y is for number of authors credited with publications, and N is constant, is equals to 2. So this is you have to write in the examinations. And the other one is, next law is Bradford's law. So this Bradford's law is also named as Bradford's law of scattering. And Bradford's law is given by Samuel Clement Bradford in the year 1934. Samuel Clement Bradford is given this law in the year 1934. So according to his study, the journals in a single field could be categorized into 4 journals. So we can measuring scattering of articles or journals on subject in various periodicals. So I will explain how Bradford's of scattering law is works. So if we arrange some scientific journals in an arrangement, if scientific journals are arranged in order of decreasing productivity of articles on a given subject, the journal contributing maximum articles would get first place. Say for example, less journals, more number of publications. In your textbook, in page number 102, you have a table. So one zone column is there, a number of journals title is there, number of papers is there. So in that, 1/3 of articles produced by 9 authors only. That means the lesser authors produces more number of articles, which goes to the first place. And more number of authors in row 3, more number of authors produces less number of articles, which comes in third place. So with the help of law of scattering of Bradford's law, we arrange scientific journals, all the scientific journals in related to particular field. So which one is first one, which one is second one, which one is third one, we will easily arrange with the help of Bradford's law. So the formula for Bradford's law is Fx is equals to a plus b log x. So this is the formula. And the other law is Gibbs law. Next one. So this is the law of occurrence. This is also called as law of occurrence. Gibbs law is given by George Kingsley Gibbs in the year 1935. Mostly some of the documents given in 1935 and some of the documents reflected in 1949. In your exams, whichever is given that you have to answer in the year 1935 or in the year 1949. Please check this one. And this Gibbs law is useful to predict word frequency on full text. So this is the formula for Gibbs law. Gibbs law is most precisely useful to identify frequency of words in the article. Say for example, in an article, the term the is appeared in the many times. Say for example, the word in an article is appeared in the 50 lakhs times, 5 million times. That means the word is reflected many times. In the same way, which, the term which, is reflected 3,60,000 times in an document. So in like that, some of the words occurring many times, which are in particular article or particular document. So we can easily identify those documents with the help of Gibbs law. So in the formula, C is constant and F is frequency and the R is rank. And one term is there, hepax logomena. You have to remember this hepax logomena, which is related to Gibbs law, that meaning the occurrence of word is only one time in a particular document. So hepax logomena means a word which is occurred, which is appeared only one time in the particular document is called hepax logomena. So these are the three laws, bibliometric laws. They are Lodka's law and Bradford's law, and other third one is Gibbs law. So these are three are very important laws, and you have to remember with the pioneers of their laws and year of laws and the formulas of the laws and how these are useful. So Lodka's law is, and Bradford's law of scattering, and Gibbs law of frequency of words. So these are the three important laws in bibliometrics. So these bibliometrics are useful to identify research trends and growth of knowledge and to identify authorship at trends. We already covered this. Next one. So another one is scientometrics. Vasily V. Nalimov and Jedem Malchenko coined the term scientometrics in the year 1969 to describe the study of science publications and its growth, structure, and related to productivity. So, scientometrics is not the study of science, but scientometrics is the study of scientific publications. So, how scientific publications produced, and so how these scientific publications analyzed and measured the scientific literature. So this is the difference between the science and scientific publications. So scientometrics is the study to study the scientific literature or to study the scientific publications only. So the study of measuring and analyzing science, technology, and innovation innovation or literature. Scientometrics is associated with the impact of scholarly publications and the patterns of authorship and the process of scientific knowledge production. So this is the important. Scientometrics is useful for scholar publications and patterns authorship, in particular related to the scientific knowledge production only. And the other one is informatics. So informatics, the term was first used by Otto Nietzsche in the year 1979. So you must understand the authors of the particular terminology and year of that particular term. So this informatics term was introduced by Otto Nietzsche in the year 1979. So the concept of informatics deals with the measurements, mathematical and modeling of all aspects of information and the storage and retrieval of information. So this informatics is particularly deals with the mathematical and modeling of all aspects of information and the storage and retrieval of information. And this is standard definition given by Teague: the study of quantitative aspects of information in any form, not just records or bibliographies, and in any social group, not just scientists. This is the standard definition given by Teague. And the next one is webometrics and cybermetrics. The term webometrics was coined by Thomas C. Almond and Peter Ingwerson in the year 1977. I repeat, the term webometrics was coined by Thomas C. Almond and Peter Ingwerson in the year 1977. So the study of quantitative aspects of the construction and the use of information resources, structure and technologies on the WWW, which means World Wide Web. Various studies are there, various resources are there, and various technologies are available on the WWW. So these are help of webometrics and cybermetrics. We will analyze and qualitative analysis. So this is the standard definition given by Bojor, Lebon, and Ingwerson. Okay, and the areas in webometrics includes web page content analysis. So various web pages are there uh, to analyze with the help of webometrics and cybermetrics, and web link structure analysis, and the other one web usage analysis, how users use web pages, and that can be analyzed, and web technology analysis. This is also uh, with the help of webometrics and cybermetrics. So cybermetrics is used to perform statistical analysis of electronic communications only. Cybermetrics is useful for perform statistical analysis and electronic communications only. So this is the informatics, webometrics, cybermetrics, and other scientometrics. And the other one is altmetrics. So altmetrics is also called as alternative metrics. So the previous are different type of metrics are there, and this is another metric called altmetrics, that is alternative metrics is the new kind of metrics emerged with the advent of Web 2.0 technological applications and use of social media or Web 2.0 tools. So with the advent of technology, with the advent of Web 2.0 tools, so this altermetrics is useful to measure or to analyze the different uh, different media, different blogs or other newspapers, social media websites. Altimetrics is used to measure number of times an article is shared. Say for example, in printed form it is located in the library, but in the electronic form it is shared with the many clients, many users. So that can be measured. Altimetrics is used to measure number of times an article is shared and number of times an article is downloaded and mentioned on social media or blogs or newspapers. So the article is available on social media or blogs or newspapers. So those articles and how many times shared and how many times they are downloaded by the users, we can measure with the help of altimetrics tools. And altimetrics measure and monitor the reach and impact of scholarship and research through online interactions. So this is also um, helped by the alternative tools. And alternative stands for alternative metrics. I already said here the alternative refers to traditional measurements of citation counts and journal prestige, that is impact factor, and the author H index. So these are all comes in next to MLIC, that different chapters. They are citation count, citation analysis, journal impact factor, H index, and various indexes are there in research. So altimetrics are widely used in academia by different individuals and different institutions and other libraries and library professions, and various publishers also used these altimetrics. Next. So with this and some advantages and limitations are there in altimetrics. So they are researchers can keep up to date with their published work and share information about the impact of their publications with collaborators, funders, institution, and the research community on the whole. Moreover, these metrics help to explore other researchers' work also, and these metrics can be customized according to the needs of the researchers and publishers and institutional decision makers also. So the main limitation of altmetrics is ability to manipulate. It can be manipulated with the other persons or other users. So it is possibly to artificially inflate the altimetrics for enhancing their profile and other misleading but not showing original results. So this is the limitation of altimetrics. So up to this we have covered in chapter bibliometrics, unit 8, the bibliometrics and altimetrics. So we have covered introduction and definition of bibliometrics, standard definition of bibliometrics, and laws of bibliometrics. What are the laws? Three laws are there. So first one is Lodka's universe law, and second one is Bradford's scattering of law, and third one is Gibbs law. And we have certain applications are there in bibliometrics. And the other metrics are, we have covered scientometrics and informametrics and webometrics and cybermetrics, and the other one is last one altmetrics, is also called as alternative metrics. So these are different. This is actually, this is a dry topic, and we have to by heart, we have to learn many times to write exams properly. uh, I observed that many of the some of the students, not many, some of the students wrote bibliometrics means bibliometrics, biblio means biblio, bibliometrics means biblio. Like that they are writing. So that is not correct. You have to write standard definitions for all the topics, particularly related to these bibliometrics topics. So with this, I concluded today's session. Any questions, please ask.
Sir, can you once show me bibliometrics page, sir? PPT page.
1 second. Bibliometry. This one. Hello. Is it visible?
No, sir.
No. 1 second. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ah, yes, ma'am. This is the standard definition. And the biblion. Biblio means book or paper. Biblion means. Metrics means to measure or to meter. That means to scale. Okay. And these words originated from or taken from Greek or Latin language. And the term bibliometry was first coined by the Paul Outlet in the year 1934 in his book Trade the Documentation. And the term bibliometric in English language was first used by Alan Pritchard in the year 1969. Compulsory you have to write like this only for this question for bibliometrics. Okay. Any questions?
సార్ మీరు షేర్ చేసిన పీపీటీ మాకు పీడిఎఫ్ షేర్ చేస్తారా సార్?
పంపిస్తామమ్మా, మీకు పంపిస్తాను.
ఓకే సార్,
సార్
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
చెప్తాను, పంపిస్తాను.
7 and 8 యూవి.
షూర్ 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 పంపిస్తాను.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity to giving to me. So with this I concluded unit 7 and 8. Thank you so much.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Okay, ma. Thank you.